The polls are closed and we have all the answers, from voter turnout to a new online feature, interviews, and much more.
Also ahead, summer safety. EL Health Director fills us in on what dangers to look out for when playing outside.
And later, take part in the first ever community read. We head to the library to get all the details.
Those stories and much more ahead on ELCAT News Update.
Thanks for tuning in to ELCAT News Update. I'm Rebecca Green.
And I'm Kayla Heavey.
Recreational marijuana retail establishments are now banned in East Longmeadow. Residents had the chance to vote on the matter at the Tuesday, June 6th annual town election. Prior to Election Day, the Health Department presented numerous studies on the dangers of marijuana and how it can affect our youth. 1,468 residents voted yes, supporting the ban, and 440 residents voted no. So exactly what does this mean? Town Clerk Tom Florence explains.
The next step is, the state law is a state law. If people still want to grow it in their basements or take it medicinally, there's nothing we can do. That is a state law. But we do believe, as they did in Westboro and in Wilbraham, it does prohibit the retail and the cultivation of any marijuana in East Longmeadow, and we will pursue to make sure that happens.
Voter turnout was higher than officials expected. A little over 1,900 residents came out to vote, resulting in a 16.3% voter turnout. Also on the ballot, school committee and town council positions. 3 candidates ran for 2 open spots on school committee. Rich Ficero and Gregory Thompson ran for re-election, and new to the political race, 18-year-old Jonathan Torsha.
I think the message really comes down to, not only maybe more people looking to run for office at any age, but I think particularly getting more young people involved in the political process. Whatever that may be. That could be simply just, partaking in a political conversation, going out to vote, liking a page on Facebook. It could be very simple things, or running for office at 18. But, getting involved, talking about the issues, that if we have more people doing that, we're going to have that's how democracy is supposed to work.
The final numbers: Ficero, 1,485 votes, Thompson, 937 votes, and Torsha with 832 votes. Lastly, the town council race. Michael Kane and Joseph Ford were re-elected to serve another 3-year term. After a whopping 32 candidates ran for town council last year and only 2 this year, council member Eric Madison highlights the importance of getting involved and encourages townspeople to do so after announcing his resignation.
I've actually put the word out that I intend to resign my position from the town council. It will be effective probably the end of the summer. So I just wanted to take a moment and kind of announce that I am going to be doing that. Although I've not yet done it formally, I do intend to do it. For this purpose, I'm bringing it up for this purpose. I really want to speak to the folks, the towns, the residents of East Longmeadow, and really encourage them to get involved. I'd encourage anybody that's had any thoughts of being a member of the town council, come forward to the council, make it known that you might be interested in the position, might be interested in the appointment. I think that interest from multiple folks is only better for the town and serves the town well. So that's really my whole purpose for putting it out so early. My intentions to resign from the council is hoping to spark some interest. To those folks listening at home and those folks here, if you have any thoughts or inclination to get involved, I encourage you to, and here's an opportunity for you.
Also at that council meeting, Florence explains a new online feature that will change the way you vote.
We have a document we're going to put on the website for every election, and what it does is it shows real-time actual hourly counts. It shows how many people actually voted per hour. Obviously you can't get a result of who voted for who, but it gives a nice hourly trend on when people come in to vote. They can do it on your tablet, on your iPhone, and your PC, your laptop. So
the online document will show the peaking voting time so residents can try and avoid the long lines. Well, that concludes East Longmeadow elections for 2017. Congratulations to all the candidates and to the town's 30 new registered voters who participated in their very first election. Those who are 18 years and older who are not registered may do so online at vote.gov. It's never too late to register, take part, and be prepared for next year.
The town's famous dangerous rotary may become a thing of the past. Since the temporary changes, there have been no accidents. The barrels were placed on June 1st to eliminate one out of the 2 lanes going into the rotary. DPW Superintendent Robert Parent says that was the location with the greatest number of accidents.
If this became permanent, we'll do some improved islands and striping to better define where the straight through lane is and the right-hand turn lane would be. But right at the moment, we didn't want to do that and paint something that we'd have to try to undo in the future. So we want to make certain that this makes sense before we make anything more permanent.
Summer's right around the corner, and it's important to stay safe while having fun. Here in the studio to inform us on summer safety is Health Director Amy Petrowski.
So one of the most common calls that we get during this time of year at the health department is about ticks. The primary concern of ticks is Lyme's disease. It's the most commonly reported tick disease in Massachusetts at about 95%. Lyme disease is a bacteria that's transferred to humans through infected ticks. Ticks typically need about 24 hours of being attached to your body for the disease to be transmitted. Best treatment, which is often unknown, is permethrin. Permethrin is something that you would treat your clothing with, so it's not something that you actually even need to put on your skin. Spray it on your clothes, and the spray lasts multiple washes. So if you have clothes that your kids play soccer in, or you garden in, or you hike in, if you treat those articles of clothing that you most likely use during those activities, the chemical will stay attached through multiple washes, so you don't have to worry about reapplying it every time. Poisonous ivy, poisonous oak, and poisonous sumac. This time of year, lots of people are outside doing multiple different types of activities, whether it's hiking, gardening, playing, and are exposed to these plants. Usually it starts with itching, and then a rash, and then those blisters start to occur. There are 3 distinct differences between the poison oak, the poison sumac, and the poison ivy. Poison ivy is found throughout the entire United States and can grow as a vine or a small shrub. Each leaf has 3 glossy leaflets and smooth toothed edges. It can appear green or reddish in color. Poison oak grows as a low shrub. It has fuzzy green leaves, and they are largely lobed and with deep teeth. Poison sumac grows as a tall shrub and has clusters of 7 to 13 smooth leaflets. Wash your garden tools and gloves or items that might have come in contact with this oil regularly. If you do think you've come in contact with it, wash your skin as soon as possible. If your pet has come into contact with these, they can also spread the oil to humans. So if you think your pet has been around an area that has this, washing them as soon as you get them in will help prevent the spread to you and your family. Drowning can be very swift and it's silent. It can take as little as 20 seconds for someone to go under the water and as little as a minute for someone to actually drown from it. So there are some important things to keep in mind if you or your family are around bodies of water this summer. If you can't swim, it's great to get some swim lessons. There are places in the area that are available to you for that. If swim lessons aren't something you can do, a U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket is the best way to keep you and your family safe. Items such as those noodles or flotation devices, even those swimmies that people have on the arms, are not really meant to keep your child afloat. It is recommended that there is no jumping into pools less than 12 feet, and even if they're greater, to dive feet first and not head first to avoid any neck trauma. And the final piece of advice is if you see a storm coming in or the clouds are getting dark, don't go in the water. Just the risk of any stray lightning poses a threat to any of the bodies of standing water.
Now that safety is covered, let's dive into summer programs. Join in on the library's first ever community read. One Book for All is a new library program where everyone will be on the same page. All ages are invited to read the inspiring true story, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind.
And it tells the story of a young man in Africa who was able to learn engineering and design windmills to power his town. We will have books available for all ages of readers, adult, chapter books as well, word books. We're hoping for a wide range of ages to participate, everyone from seniors to infants. Everybody encourage your moms, dads, grandpas, kids, neighbor, the neighbor's dog. Come out and participate in our One Community Read.
Don't miss the launch event on Wednesday, June 28th, where you can receive a free copy of the book and meet special guest speaker, Senator Eric Lesser.
He's going to discuss his upcoming transportation study for the possibility of high-speed rail between Boston and Springfield, and perhaps another legislative initiative he's working on as well.
The innovation through Lesser's East-West Rail Study and the Community Read tie perfectly into the library's summer reading campaign, Build a Better World. Again, the event takes place on Wednesday, June 28th at 6 p.m. at the library. See you there.
For those looking to read more than one book this summer, we have good news. Summer reading registration is here. Registration is now open for kids, and registration for adults takes place on the kickoff date, June 22nd. Last year's kickoff event was a huge success, and this year the library is expecting an even bigger turnout. There will be live music, refreshments, games, and much more. Those who participate in summer reading will have a chance to win some incredible prizes. So what are you waiting for? Get ready, set, read on June 22nd at 6 p.m.
St. Paul Lutheran Church is looking for food donations and school supplies to help local families in need. The church's Open Pantry is a nonprofit volunteer organization whose mission is to serve. Donations of snacks, foods such as crackers, pudding, jello, fruit cups, granola bars, and trail mix will be sent to individuals and families in our area at the end of the month. As for school supplies, the church is donating 18 backpacks to East Longmeadow students. The backpacks were purchased through a grant, and they need your help to fill them. Most school supplies items can be found at the dollar store on North Main Street. Donations can be dropped off at the church on 181 Elm Street.
With their summer fundraisers set, St. Paul Lutheran Church is already preparing for next season. That's right, we're talking about the annual Fall Festival. The annual Fall Festival is a shopper's paradise. Looking for fine homemade products? This is exactly where you want to be. The church is looking to fill spots for crafters who specialize in fine arts. Call Connie for an application form at 413-525-1290. The Fall Festival takes place Saturday, October 7th. Well, that will do it for this edition of ELCAT News Update. Be sure to stay connected with us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at ELCAT01028. And don't forget to watch us on cable channels 191, 192, and 193.
For shows and times, ELCAT program guides are available at the library, town hall, senior center, and through our website at eastlongmeadowma.gov. Until next time, I'm Kayla Heavey.
And I'm Rebecca Green. Thanks for watching. See you next week.